Always so close, yet so far. Mark Rogers TV, the voice of college football, breaking down Indiana's schedule for 2018. We are ranking all the schedules in the Power 5 plus the major independents, 70 all the way up to number 1. We have reached number 45. It's the 8th most difficult schedule in the Big Ten. It belongs to IU. Of course, poor Indiana, Maryland, and Rutgers have to deal with the likes of Ohio State, Michigan, Michigan State, and Penn State in the Big Ten Eastern Division. So IU has to deal with that. So who do they play in the Western Division of the Big Ten? Because you've got Wisconsin at the top, then you've got Iowa, Northwestern, in that next tier, Nebraska, Purdue, and then Illinois down at the bottom. Minnesota down at the bottom. Indiana plays Iowa, Minnesota, and Purdue. So a decent schedule, not a light touch for the Hoosiers in the Big Ten Western Division, but they don't have to see Wisconsin or Northwestern. What weights down the schedule in terms of its power would be the non-conference games. When does Indiana ever play anybody decent out of conference? When does Indiana ever go out and schedule anyone? A few years ago, by accident, they ran into a Missouri team that went to the SEC championship game and played them in back-to-back years. So this year, it's another game, Indiana, Virginia. Somebody from one of these two universities explained to me why this game has to be played. It's been played now for 3 consecutive years. I believe that they have extended the contract home and home to 4 consecutive years to go back to Charlottesville in 2019. There is no connection between Indiana and Virginia. Sign a standard home series and be done with it and move on to play someone else. Indiana and Virginia having to play college football makes no sense. All right, again, decent home. Don't keep playing each other, especially when you play no one else in the Power 5. And for Indiana, that means Florida International on the road September 1st, Virginia Game 2, and Ball State Game 3. Ball State is considered one of the lowest ranked group of 5 teams in the nation. FIU not far behind, around number 100. So it's a weak non-conference slate with a low division Power 5 in Virginia. That game at home, but a tough stretch right here for Indiana. So once they dive into conference play, listen to this. Take the Rutgers game out of it, and you've got Michigan State, Rutgers, Ohio State, Iowa, Penn State in a row. Michigan State, Rutgers, Ohio State, Iowa, and Penn State in a row. If Indiana can make it through that stretch at 4-4, they will be in good shape to make postseason play. If they can do that. It's the 8th most difficult schedule in the country. It's number 45 in the country, number 8 in the Big Ten. It belongs to IU. Join us here at Mark Rogers TV for the best in college football analysis, discussion, and debate each and every day. And we get you set for the 2018 season. We'll finish the rankings, then we'll come back with our previews and predictions across the Power 5 right here on Mark Rogers TV.